Hey there everyone, it's Lisa Sweeney here and I'm here with the lovely Ashleigh Alsadie from the Promodonna, and we're busy having a chat about the fact that sales are really, really important. In fact, they're one of the absolute fundamentals. If you're going to be a woman in business and you're going to have a successful business, if you don't have sales, you're really going to struggle. So, Ashleigh, tell us a little bit, given that you're a sales expert, about why sales are so important.
Yeah, look, I think selling is paramount, and only this morning I was actually talking to someone about the fact that I think so many of us out there, or I obviously love sales, but there's a lot of business owners out there that kind of shy away from that whole stigma of being a salesperson. But I believe that all of us are salespeople, whether you're in business or you're a staff member or you're even a parent selling Brussels sprouts to your children, for example, at night.
How do you do that?
Yeah, exactly. You've got to do negotiation all the time. So I think that first step of actually just accepting your role as a sales consultant in business, if you're a business owner, is really, really important. And then the reason why sales is so important, well, without sales, we don't really have a business. So, if you start out, if you have this great idea and you build this website and all your beautiful products and services, but then no one's actually buying it, well, you really don't have a business at all. So yes, learning to sell and learning to do it well is really important. And I think that, when we talk about sales, and again, I brought up how a lot of people kind of have a fear around doing this for their business. Yeah. I think if you wanted a bit of a tip on how to overcome your fear of selling, well, a lot of it, the first point is that it is a psychological kind of a focus on it being like that used car salesman, or that you're going to be someone that's really pushy and then create buyer's remorse from your prospects. But it's not really the case. If you can shift your mindset, my tip number one would be really just go into every conversation trying to have a genuine chat with someone and to find out how you can help them. Because if you really focus more on serving people or helping people, then you're not really selling. You kind of sell your services in the midst of actually finding out, what's the problem and how you can actually help them. So I think female entrepreneurs in particular, they do undervalue themselves sometimes, or we sell ourselves short. We fall into that trap of when we start out in business, maybe try and offer discounts to everyone, or only work with friends and family because then you give away things for free, and it all comes from that sense of fear. So when it comes to charging what you're worth, again, I'll give a couple of tips. So the first is you really need to do your research into the market that you're in and set some benchmarks around what you're charging. So for example, with my company, we're a lead generation firm, the Promodonna. We are certainly not the cheapest in the industry, but we're also not the most expensive. And all of that comes from the fact that I went to market before starting the business. I did my research, what do people charge, and what do I therefore feel comfortable charging people as well. And so that set a benchmark going forward. Now, if people ask for discounts, because this quite often comes up, but what if I set that benchmark, but I still want a discount at times? Well, you can, but if you really want to charge what you're worth, I think sometimes it's just about making a simple decision that I'm not discounting anymore. This is what I charge, and really sticking to it. And sometimes, it can be, you need to practice that, you need to stay strong. But again, if you charge what you're worth, the right people will be attracted to your products and services, and the people that really value what you do will definitely pay what you're. Sometimes people ask me, well, what happens with the sales objection that we get when they tell us, oh, I can't afford you, I don't have the budget? And I think it's a really interesting objection sometimes, because people bring it up and you haven't even told them your price yet. So you're kind of thinking, hang on, where did you get this budget? Oh, I can't afford it, when you don't even know what I'm going to charge. So a tip there is to actually clarify, is it price as the objection? Is it about, or is it that you just haven't demonstrated the value of what you're worth yet? So quite often if someone says something like, I don't have the budget, and I'll say, well, tell me a little bit more. Was there a budget you had in mind that maybe I can tailor the services to? Or is it price that, you're concerned about, or is there something else? Because usually it's not price, it's that, you haven't provided that value yet. So
Yeah.
But they were asking about raising prices, because I think a lot of people, you know, they fear doing that because they think their clients are going to leave. And the fact is, look, some may leave, but my theory about that is the people that, again, will stay with you are the ones that value your worth. And I find amazingly, when I've told clients to do this in the past, to raise their prices, the clients don't even bat an eyelid. It's almost like they expect that, oh, well, I thought you were going to do that anyway, because each year you should be raising your prices anyway. So, you know, again, to charge what you're worth, maybe it is about looking at when did you set that benchmark of what your pricing is. If it was years ago, it could actually need a bit of a rejig and
and look
an increase.